Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are here to go through some of the important news, breaking news for that matter this day, this time, and we are not going to waste much time on this one. But before then, please let me encourage you to like this video and subscribe if you have not, and make sure that you comment and tell us what you think about this breaking news. And the news has it that COS have made a very bold step, and this person called Rafsberg, a Georgia Secretary of State and the Corporation Commissioner of the state of Georgia, USA, has taken a bold step in the recognition of the United States of Biafra and the Biafran Republic government in exile. I, Brian Rafsberg, I don't know if I pronounce his name, the Secretary of State, hereby certify under the seal of my office that United States of Biafran Republic government in exile, de facto de facto government, but what I see here is de facto corp, a democratic non-profit corporation, has been duly incorporated under the laws of the state of Georgia on January 5th, 2025, by filing an article of incorporation in the office of the Secretary of State, and by the paying of fees as provided by the Title 14 of the Office Code of Georgia annotated. This document is what Sonia Akbarawa and his group trying to, they have used that to do a kind of criticism against US, saying that, oh, now Biafran head office is now in Georgia because COS live in Georgia. Maryland, the current Biafran head office that they have hijacked, because their mind is to hijack it and everybody will scatter. You have no choice than to follow. But they got it wrong. You cannot force people to do what you want, not what they want. I don't know how long it's going to take them to understand this. You cannot force people to do what they don't want because you want to bring them by fire, by force. Whoever that draw that map and said you guys should follow it, that person don't love you. Because if actually you follow PM and you understand how autopilot started, you must have known that move that you are making is the same mentality of DOS, believing that current concern, you can go everywhere, anywhere you want. You must come back to square one to join the queue in begging and worshiping a group, a cabal called DOS. That was their mentality. Biafran want to free themselves by fire, by force. Do you understand it? Do you understand that the urge and the willingness of Biafrans to get hold of this rope on their neck? They want to pull their neck out of it. They want to get free from it. They want to, break away from that trap. Everything you want to achieve, you can achieve it with sincerity. It's not as if you are head bent in lying and propagating lies and engage yourself in propaganda. This thing that CS did now, they want to criticize it, but you want her to start begging you, start going through that rain, through that kind of method that everything must pass through you. Now that COS made this move, is to prove to you that they want to collapse PM's structure, not the COS collapsing it. They are the one that want, because they refuse to do the needful by bringing everybody together. No sensible human being would like to be in a chaotic environment, unless there's something you're benefiting from it. That's why they're enjoying it if you don't want to explain to Biafrans in every sincerity, not lie, not propaganda, not propaganda, because people that are coming to explain what happened or what is happening, they already have an idea of what is going on. So you must come with a clean mind and a clean hand. If you think you can just approach them with a fabricated story for them to believe you are lying. Why I am writing on this is because Elias, that you know, the lobby, made a comment, a statement on that. And white people, not I don't know if Elias is actually white, but he look like Asian. But if someone that is not an African, the way they defend lies or trying to back up to exonerate themselves in certain things is different from the way African people do. And we're going to read his post. Then from there, you can now understand what I was talking about. Remember the person that I read this, I read the post or this statement that I just mentioned to you now about registration of the Biafran government in Georgia is from Marvelous Areze, that's our brother. And Elias also saw that post and he reacted. He said, the statement by Marvelous Areze highlights that Dr. Orabueze registered her own Biafran entity in the state of Georgia. Dr. Orabueze has every right to create her own initiative, and I wish her well. However, for me to work for her and her new entity, I would need to dissolve the contract in which PM is signatory to. Why he quickly mentioned PM is to remind you, remember the love you have for PM, then follow people. But he forgot to understand that PM is no longer the one pilot that entity now. And if somebody that insisted that he must be the pilot of that group refused to hear the cries and readiness of Biafrans to work together with everybody in the cabinet and to understand the rule of law, to understand that you must follow the people's choice, not your choice. How can you expect people to embrace a government or a group that says or that want to make everybody to follow their steps without questioning? Ordinary information minister that some people received as compensation, not because by merit. I'm not saying that because I know some of them will say, oh yeah, you want Igbo to be in the no. Give that post another somebody that is not an Igbo Biafran. We're okay with it. But if I'm not listen, if Biafrans choose to retain Akbarawa, so be it. But since the issue is that PM initially said this thing will be dissolved, not only that it will be dissolved, the COS cannot work with somebody or some group of people who are known for insubordination, which they have started doing before PM was taken. We saw the meeting they held where some women are making some utterances and all that, which they are now tagging that is a treasonable offense and all that. These are things that they have been doing in the past, and they keep on doing. So if you are to be COS, are you going to work? Will you work with such people that don't take you serious, that don't listen to you? Even in the place of PM, they have started kicking her, tackling her from behind. The only person that summoned courage to say it in the place of PM is Sonak Parawa. And there's another guy that is talking like when he I think I will need to play one of his voice here. That guy in that program where PM was trying to settle the issue. That guy was the one that said that that don't want to address COS as COS. That keep on saying Ngozi, that PM said call her COS, that she is your COS. Even COS said that you address me with COS, that's who I am. He said that, do you actually know me? Do you actually recognize my name? That guy is another virus. I don't know him in person. But you can see the anger. And they always bring that personal problem with their colleague to poison the minds of other people. This is not to say that COS is destroying what PM is building, because that's what this guy is trying, Elias is trying to say here, that PM is signatory to the one that he stand on. So to tell you that he's very, very, loyal to PM, no, that is not what it is. Who the man in the hem of affair of that structure now couldn't deliver anything. Militarily, zero. Financially, zero. Give account, zero. Now look at what is going on in our land. The men on ground they are ventured into the same narrative, the same notion. Everything is now going left and right. You can't even predict or be proud of people that we are, singing praise of them. And look at what is going on. Now, let me go back to the write-up of Elias. He said PM is signatory to that I have with Maryland. Okay, that's where they registered that one is in Maryland. I have with the Maryland registered Biafran Republic government in exile, and then sign a new contract with Dr. Orabueze. That he cannot sign a new contract with Orabueze, her newly registered entity in the state of Georgia. Respectfully, I will not dissolve my contract with Simon Ekpa, with PM, especially when he is in prison. He's even in prison. He's even in prison. But Information Minister of the nation that claimed that he must be Information Minister said that he's on national assignment. Why must you lie to something that is obvious? We started hearing that he's in prison from the US. Whereas you have a government that have Minister of Information that should have known a way to pass this information to Biafrans. People that know how to pray will pray for him. People that know how to do pray in traditional way will pray for him. People that have long legs to contact people to release him will be doing their job. But they say he's on national assignment, meaning that he should calm down, everything is all right. Remember, that was what they told us in Master Monacan. That Master Monacan is more healthy and hearty than many of you that are outside. Word of Master Monacan's wife. So now, brother, can you weigh the two statements? That Master Monacan is happy in the SS dungeon. That is comfortable than many people. His lawyer, for our leader is in a good spirit. He's in a good spirit. That is exactly what you started. Like I said, don't forget that people that you are talking are wounded. We have been wounded a lot with fake information. And when we see any shadow of that, we already know, because we are speaking out of experience. Let me continue, because now that he's in prison, okay, I would view that as abandoning both a friend and client in a time of need. Nor can I keep my current contract, and then do work for separate organization that I have no contractual relationship with, which would be illegal, and I cannot bend or break the law of the United States because of feelings or emotions which Biafrans may have towards their preferred leaders. Nobody is saying that you should break the law, but you are making this contract sound like is hell-bent and tied to Nkere. Government contract is not tied on anyone serving in a government. You should know better as a lawyer. The entity is Biafrans. Do you understand it? Even if you are in the position to tell them, okay, since this thing is like this, remember my contract is with Biafran, not with Nkere. Nkere, your signature is here because you are representing Biafra at that point that they employed me. And who actually employed me are Biafran government, not Nkere government. I gave an illustration last time. The money that Buhari borrowed, okay, from China, for example, did that contract ended? Did it end immediately after the Buhari regime? The answer is no. Anybody that emerged as a president of Nigeria will inherit that contract and will inherit that debt. That is how it works in the government. If you borrow, for example, if you go post on the market now and borrow money, let's say from Russia, a very huge amount of money, that very soon he will leave office. And he left office without paying that debt to Russia as a country. Are you telling me that a new governor will say, Russia, I don't know you, you don't know me, go to Hope and settle? No. The document says Republic government, different Republic government in exile. It did not say Ogechukwu Republic government. So excuse that you are giving here is laughable as an international lobby. This is the point that we are making for you to understand why we are complaining and why we are hammering on that. But it is there to twist the minds of the gullible one and pretend that you are actually getting it right. Therefore, people should follow Nkere by fire, by force. It doesn't work that way. You are talking about government as an entity, not as an individual. Anybody, if COS go today, I'm talking about if PM comes, not going in a negative way like arrest, no. If PM comes today, any agreement that she signed with, the African government may review it. If the contract is manipulative or probably have a personal intent, like personal intention to execute that contract, if she go into a contract for something that she want to benefit, the African will still know by the, when another person take over. If PM comes out, PM will see. One of the reasons why Biafra should support this idea of registering another entity in Georgia is this. Nkere, I'm not sure of this, but I assume that his state of residence is Maryland. Because it was so easy for him to go there and take picture, call meeting, and anytime he wants to talk, he will drive there and sit down and face camera. He has the chance to change pictures of people that Biafrans have mounted their pictures in that building. Whereas from Georgia to Maryland is far. So no matter how you want to wrestle Nkere in that office, he will end up having upper hand because that is where his domain. So that's number one. Number two, other key players in that government are beneficiary to the intention of Nkere, whether you like it or not. That's why it's so easy for them to brag that they're in control of men on ground and the federal government and everything, and even dragging Twitter hand, ordinary Twitter handle, they're dragging it, using some software to hijack and to hack. After years, you are supporting. How can we be proud of a government at this point in time that are good in hijacking and dragging power when you are not here to protect your land? They will be the first to take charter that you must follow charter until you secure your land. Does the charter give you license as a minister to at any point rise and drag government items or government handles with the government? Is that what you actually believe? Let me continue. Elias is trying to explain to you the reason why he chose the path that he chose. But the mistake that Elias made is that he should have understood better. He's in position to know better. And he actually lied that he made an attempt to mobilize and make peace. That sounds like what Nkere lovers love to do. You cannot lie to people. The person you are talking about or you are criticizing or you are using his identity, pretending that she is at the wrong side, she's made a wrong decision. She's alive. She have come out and said, look, it's a lie, you did not say anything. And ever she countered that statement, Elias have not actually trying to explain more. He kept quiet. But CS was the one pushing and contacting him. He was very busy ignoring because my paddy, my lover, my good friend is not she did not key into your own ideology. You want to be alone, you want to stay away from everything. So he said he cannot bend United States law because of feeling or emotion which Biafrans may have towards their preferred leaders. Fine. Nobody, I'm not saying nobody should say. I don't think anybody will say you should go and break the law of the United States of government, United States of America. No, I have, I have followers. Okay, I have to follow the laws of the United States, regardless of other people's opinion or my own. Given the context, I thank Biafrans, regardless of whom they support. So you are not getting the reality, because you seem like this sounds like vote of thanks to me. You are not seeing something that Biafrans, at least you are not getting it. Maybe somehow, maybe your money has been delayed because of the money is not enough. Biafrans are not contributing to who they prefer. He's not getting to you. So you are here trying to play innocent. Yes, it's not my fault. That's vote of thanks. And yeah, regardless, let it be the way it is. I don't have anything to say. I want to say this, I want to do this, but my hands are tied. Your hands did not tie, my brother. You had the opportunity, but you decided not to do it. Given the context, I think Biafrans. I think this should be. I think he said. I think Biafrans. I think Biafrans, regardless of whom they support, should be understanding of my December. Who they support should be understanding of my. Okay, December. That statement he made on December 31st, where he's actually trying to castigate US based on the information that he thinks that he has, or the upper hand that we know. How many of you remember the way they were celebrating it? COS is a very strong woman. Hi, very very. She did not. She just kept quiet and started calling them criminal. One of the reasons why I did not criticize her calling Elias and co-criminals is this: one, Elias, your contract with government is with government. Your contract is not tied to Nkere. I hope you are following what I'm saying. Your contract, that contract that Elias is using to exonerate himself, it is very, very clear. We are not dumb. We are not very stupid. We are not even a stupid person at all. But the only thing is that some of you actually believe that because we are black, we are incapable of reasoning. We can't reason. Not everybody. Some of us do reason. We don't know anything, no. In your own, we agree, we don't know. But our sense is not in your hands. So he said this: it is not reasonable to put someone in an impossible situation or ask for impossible things and then get angry at them. It's a lie. These are not impossible something. Like I said, the main problem you have, Elias, is you fail to define your job. You fail to define your job. Your job is you are serving Biafran government. As simply as that. As simple as there's no other thing you can tell me here. As simple as that. Your job is tied with government of Biafra. And who is the government? Biafran people, right? Then, not Nkere and his family or his friends. You sign a contract that the letter heading says Biafran Republic Government in exile. Letter heading. You sign the contract. And every government have representative in the US where you reside. I believe you're a US citizen. Now Trump is coming to power, right? There are some contracts that Biden have with some institutions. Obvious contract that everybody know that he is the president of the country. Trump may have different idea, different agreement, different belief on that contract, or some decision that he made. If that contract involves money, Trump will terminate that contract, but every money that is involved that fall to the months and the years of that contract will be paid to the company, the individual that is a partaker of that contract. But the essence of terminating it is for you not to renew the same thing again for upcoming years or months. So you have to terminate it. Terminating it does not mean that the money that the government, the US government is supposed to pay will not get to the people. It will get to the people. Just like in football, football, if you are conversant with football, signing of a player and all that, you understand what I'm saying. When a player is being signed into a maybe one club, and maybe he did not perform, but his contract says that every week you're going to pay that person 200,000, or let's say, let me say, 150,000 pounds, or 100,000 pounds weekly. That is his contract. Whether he perform to the expectation of the club and fan, that money must be going to his account every now and then. And that contract says that this player will be in this club for 3 years or 2 years. Whether you like it or not, whether you like the player or not, you will be paying that money. If you like, you select him to play football or not, you have to be paying that money until 2 years, which is contract stated. But if club decide to terminate the contract, what they will do is to calculate all the money they're supposed to pay and pay the player and terminate the contract. The player will leave. Or they will if they can, what they normally do is they will manage that player to see if they can connect that player to another club that are interested in his service. Then the player will now move from the club to club, and in some cases the club may lose money. In some cases they will make a little bit money, like, do you understand, make some profit. This is the way contract works. But bringing this idea of bongo, Niger system, a contract doesn't really matter. What matters is as long as we cabals are feeding ourselves, give the contract what is due for the contract, for the contractors, and let us enjoy ourselves, whether they perform or not. That's why they will award road, and that road will be messed up. They will keep retaining the company. If they want to make more money, the only negotiation that politicians do is they will go back and they will start criticizing the road and the quality of the road from the company, and they will end up settling it off camera by telling the company, this guy, what you guys are doing here is wrong. You know that you are using inferior materials to repair this road, and this road is supposed to last. To tell you, they know quality road where they see one, but they will tell the company this road is supposed to last. This crack that you can see cracks everywhere in this road that you just built 6 months ago. It's having this kind of damages. We don't like it. You know that. This contract is now that the other contract that we awarded to you, you are not going to spend the same amount of money here. You use and build this one because we're not going to pay you that. Because the company knows that they are working for people that don't really care about anything good. They will say, okay, we agree. So how much are we going to pay? They did not contest or say anything about the damage they have caused the one they built. But the focus will be how to negotiate more money that is going to go to the company that they are building nonsense for the nation. So that remaining balance is supposed to pay the company. They will themselves will put it in their pocket and pay the company lesser amount of money to compare what they wanted to pay in the first place. And that company will still remain in the country, continue building nonsense they're building, but the person that make more gain is the so-called politicians or governors that employ them in the first place. But the country that want to work with the country that has contract with them, what they would have done, or what they normally do is, since you made this mistake, you are going to pay us damages and we are going to leave. We employ another people. When another company sees how you treat the other company, they will give you good quality service and charge you duly. Even the money that you paid in the nonsense that the other ones are building will be more expensive than the money that you pay when you get the normal quality something from a company that understand that you actually want to work. That's why roads will keep on destroying. Why I'm bringing this is for you to understand how contract works, like what is supposed to be, the way it should be. But the Elias is here trying to paint everything as if Biafrans are very, very other. It is not reasonable to put someone in an impossible situation or ask for impossible things. You are the one that put yourself in what you call, it's not even impossible, and then get angry at the person. Biafrans are angry because you failed to define your job, not because of your that you're in an impossible situation. It's a lie. If Biafrans are not willing to be somewhere or reasonable, will be someone reasonable or rational with the people who are trying to help them. You may have good intent to try to help them, but what our people do is to pollute the good spirit and goodness in you if you are not genuine actually. But if you are genuine, you're not going to take it. So we understand what you are trying to tell us, that if you don't, that we are unable to recognize those that want to help us. The same help that Fulani use in to Hausa people, that their leaders are corrupt. In 1902, in those, according to the history, when Osman Danfodio invaded the North Hausa land, started telling them that your leaders are corrupt, that they want to put their own leader that is not corrupt. From that corrupt, they put their own. And this is what Hausa people get from that. Deceiving people, pretend that you are helping them. Do you understand it? And I'm rushing this because I need to. He said, then Biafran will be left with very few friends in this world. That prayer or that wish, if it is a prayer or a wish, you are dreaming. It's not possible. If you had chosen to do the job that you need to do, if you have actually keyed in to do the right thing, you will not be here saying what you are saying now. We know that. And while you are complaining, and like I said, it sounds like vote of thanks, you may be seeing that Biafrans are now moving to another angle. You will end up like Brufin. Just, I am IPOB leader, but zero achievement. So what do you think that your CV will look like in the future? When you want to tell the world that you have worked for, that you contributed in Biafra, then it will end up that you ended up working for Nkere, one individual that are so desperate to be a leader. Then Biafrans will be left with few friends in this world, and Biafrans need as many friends as they can have. So you know, but Biafrans, if you think that Nkere will give us that friends, I'm not criticizing your job. My own criticism on you is you pretending that you don't have any choice that to work with Nkere is a lie from pit of hell. And please, that is what I'm here to, clear air on that. So for people to understand, some people may read this and say, oh, I saw some of them playing your first appearance on PM's platform with one of your colleagues, which all of us celebrated and was happy about. Even though DOS warned us that you are agent of Nigeria, we refuse to accept it. I'm not saying that you're agent of Nigeria today because of your choice or love of money, because I can see what you know that Nkere must have told you that every money that Biafrans are coming to him. But little did you know that Biafrans also know how to stop that flow of money. I will leave it here. Thank you, my people, and please subscribe to this channel if you are new and like the video. Tell me what you think about this video, what you discussed. Congratulations to Biafrans. Congratulations to all of you. COS is getting it right. She's getting it right because there's no that way. It will take time. What you are seeing now, insecurity in Biafra land, is confusing. But seeing what we have seen before, how Biafran Division Army and Biafran Resistance Fighters was doing the needful and stopping all manner of nonsense, and now nobody hearing anything from them, and some people are busy telling you to pay money, and all that, without any work, without any response, without anything at all. For 3 days now, they said that they're going to respond. And when you ask questions, they tell you, go and tell Ngozi to bring his own army. Ready. The army that we have is in whose control? We must join Nkere before your army will start working. You want us to feel the pain so that we can know that without Nkere, nothing will happen. Yet we turn around and say that she said that everybody must bow, that you must bow. Who is now pushing everyone to bow? Who? Is it you that refuse to do the work? Or sees the only option that Biafrans have at this point in time, and everybody, children, women are dying for nothing. And you're happy with that. Anyway, my people, thank you so much for your time, and God bless you. See you again. God bless you all.